Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground with Harris. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Harris.
To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Trubisky. Out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
It won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long.
Now he'll let it go deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
Drill 52. Ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill,
his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting part of this game? The head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair, watching a Tuesday night college game, and decided to implement it myself.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
Down to about the 37.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Off the play action. Tagovailoa.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
First and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers.
Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Harris will start the drive out.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing here, Trubisky.
He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Trubisky. Touchdown!
George Pickens
from 6 yards away.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown Dolphins. Chase Edmonds as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watch out now. 52.
On play action, here's Tua. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now Trubisky to throw.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. On the right side open is Gesicki. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Now Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you presented, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Now Tua not liking what he sees, so he's going to signal for a timeout.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his left.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 26 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sanders, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 37 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to checking down to them or maybe dump-off passes.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to pass. Tua. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Harris running straight ahead. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Hill on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made this.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't